Wakey, wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where I, Phil, and Tom don't record for 1 week, but then we come back and we do it again. Tom, how you doing?
Oh, what up? I'm just here living life, being useless.
Being fucking useless.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
isn't it the dream to just get paid to do nothing?
It's,
kind of.
you would think.
You'd think that, right?
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Well, okay. So here's where I think really the problem is for me is that I know that when we go back in April, I'm just like, I'm going to be behind on what I wanted to be doing, So
Right.
It's nice in a way that I'm just sitting around fucking doing nothing for all this time. However, when I get back, I still have to do all the shit that I wanted to be doing right now. So
that is the worst thing about having like a small team or small projects that you work on, because I do that too at work, like where I have like a pretty small team, and it's like if I take a day off, then it's not like, I get to relax and just kind of have my day where I can like recover or whatever. No, it means if I didn't get ahead before I left, so like I had to work myself to the bone up to the moment that I left, then I'm going to come back and have twice as much work. Like,
yeah,
it sucks. So yeah, I feel for you. That's tough. I don't want that. Yeah. Well, hopefully they send you back to where you belong sooner rather than later, but enjoy it while it lasts, I suppose, until you suddenly come to the crushing reality of facing the projects left undone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to tell you the story of what happened to me at Topgolf.
Yeah.
I went to Topgolf for a work outing, as it were. And, we had just got there, and we were one of the first group of people to get there for this event. And it was like our whole department. Everyone was there, which is a lot of people because a lot of different jobs fall under our department, right? So we're there. We hang out for a little bit. We get drinks, and then we got started plugging our names in and hitting golf balls, right? And then the first guy goes up there, he hits some balls or whatever. Second guy goes up, he didn't know what he's doing. That's all right, Kevin. Honestly, I don't think of myself as a golfer, right? I'm not a person who golfs, right? I've golfed a few times in my youth, and when I say youth, I mean fucking young, with my dad. But I have, it's lodged up in my brain somewhere, the things that he told me about how to hit the ball and hold the club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I was watching Kevin and he's bending his elbows on the backswing, which means he has to quickly adjust where the club head is to swing through the ball. I'm like, oh man, that's not going to fucking work. And so I'm just like, hey, keep your left arm straight until you hit the ball. And he started to do that, and he was hitting the ball more consistently. And then I was just like, hey, don't look up from when you hit the ball. Just stare at the tee and the ball will go. Because what happens is, I have this problem. I'm terrible at golf for this reason, is that I want to see where the ball goes. So before I've really followed through the ball, I'm picking my head up to be like, where'd it go?
Right.
And that means I lift the club up and then I'm fucking hit the ball wherever. It doesn't work. So anyway, so I gave him 2 pieces of advice, and his consistency and being able to hit the ball and have a good time skyrocketed. And I felt like such a champ. So, but that's friends helping friends. Yeah. I was third, and I get up there and I'm like, I haven't been to Topgolf in probably 5 years, right? And so we're sitting there, and I'm on my third ball and just getting a feel for it again, working it out, being like, oh right, this is where my hands go, this is how I need to hold my club, just working it all out, just hit a couple so that I can see kind of where they're going and then make the adjustments, because I haven't done it forever. And up walks this old dude wearing khakis and a Top Golf shirt holding a club. And he's like, hey, yeah, see the swing. And I'm like, yeah, okay. What's going on? You know, what did we? He's like, oh yeah, here, yeah, you know. And he like hands me this other club that he has that like has all these like nubs all over the handle to like, you know, get your placement of your hand correctly.
Mhm.
And he's like, here, yeah, put your hand. Yeah, the grip is hard, so and it's gonna feel a little uncomfortable until you get used to it. And he was like explaining all this stuff to me, and like he was like, move your hand like this, and he was like touching my hands and like moving it around on this club and like giving me advice and be like, yeah, try that. Oh yeah, and like give me like feedback on my swing. And I'm like, motherfucker, I am not here for this. Like I was so not here for this. And he was like, yeah, hit another, hit it, yeah. And he was like just giving me like, because we were the first ones there, so he didn't have anyone else he could move on to. And he stayed with me for like 15 swings, and I'm like, leave me
Go
alone.
away.
I'm just trying to have fun. Get out of here. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't say that to him
Right.
because I'm me. But of course, I don't want to talk to a random person ever. Get the fuck out of here.
This wasn't someone that came from work. It was like
No. This
just
is like a
some
person. This is
random
like
guy?
no, he's like a golf pro for Top Golf. Like this is his job.
Oh,
Is to go out
weird.
and like give people advice and stuff. Like he works at the pro shop, and I am sure that he does like private lessons with people and stuff like that. But like I wasn't asking him for advice. He didn't walk up and go like, hey, is it okay if I like help you with something? Like there was no consent conversation. He just walked up and was like, hey, try this again. And then just started trying to make adjustments on like, hey man, I haven't played for 5 years. I'm just working out the kinks for a few minutes. Like,
right.
and I'm not going to say that because we never had the conversation. Like if he would have said like, hey, would it be okay? Like, do you need help? I would have then had the opportunity, the opening to go, oh no, you know, I haven't hit for like 5 years. So I'm just working out the kinks right now. You know, I had a plan. I had a go-to message for him had that happened. And it was never broached. He just was, giving me advice, touching my hands, and you know, whatever. So, and then, what's funny is like the people who don't golf, who are in our group, there were like 2 people who did golf, right? Who actually go to driving ranges and go golfing, and then like 3 of us who don't really golf. But the one of the people, Kevin, I'll say, it was one of them who was like, hey, you know, the advice worked. You know, you're hitting better. Because I was hitting more consistently afterwards, right? And then Lucas, one of the other dudes, my absolute bro who understands me, goes, nah, man, he was going to hit bombs anyway. Like, I don't think it changed anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you, Lucas. You're fucking right. He was just like, nah, he was like literally like Lucas, this like my savior descending from above being like, no, Phil knows what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. This dude didn't do anything. And I was like, oh, thank you, Lucas, for understanding me in this moment. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm gonna go play disc golf with him tomorrow morning. So as thanks.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Morning to him, not to me.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, it was an all around good time, but you know, I always have to tell you the stories of the most awkward fucking public displays that I have to deal with.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, it was so weird. Yeah. I might cut this, but like, can I just like, am I the weird one that like in my little friend group of people in who I work with, all of whom I think are married, all of them are married. They like will like do the thing. I hate this. I'm telling you, I hate this. Okay. Where they'll like one of the wait staff that was like helping with our group, like bringing drinks and you know, all that stuff. They were like, check it out. tight pants. And I'm like, you're all married. What are you doing? Like, so they were just like objectifying the people. And I'm like, I understand that there's like a little bit of a give and take. Like, yeah, if maybe they know that they're being objectified, so they will get a better tip or something. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but I
expect that at Hooters, but probably not Top Golf.
Not Top Golf.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But maybe there's like I don't know the culture at Top Golf, but I was just like, I don't understand like groups of dudes who are like, oh, check out the hot lady walking over there. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, do you, she's not doing it for you. Like in most cases, they're not doing it for you. It's not for your entertainment. Like, I don't fucking
Phil,
get it.
How do you know that? What if she is?
But then they're married. So there's no point. You know, I'm just, it's weird, right? It's like weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that just a me thing?
Yeah, it's no, it's not just a you thing, but I don't think being married doesn't have anything to do with that, right? I think it adds to it if you know, they have traditional marriage, but I never assume with those kind of things, you know.
Well, sure.
I don't want to make that assumption of other people, you know.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't know them. But like I know them that well. But yeah, it is pretty weird to do that, especially because like I mean, I cannot pretend to understand the struggles of, you know, women, but
right.
But I think the thing that is like the most ridiculous part of objectifying women, like out in the wild, you know, is that,
right.
Let's say they like wear something that's like pretty revealing. Well, then they're called, you know, a certain number of words. So they're like, okay, well then I'll cover up. And then they're called other words. And they're like, okay, well maybe I'll wear these kind of clothes. And it's like, no matter what you put on, someone is gonna like look at it and be like, oh, fucking, she's doing that for me. You know, it's just like, God.
It makes me feel gross. I don't like it. Maybe it's a me thing. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the extremes are not. I think that, but I find it really strange. I find it strange when anyone, like, even if you like caught a glimpse of like a girl's nice ass or a guy's nice ass for that, I keep that to yourself.
Right.
You know, like, I don't know, like,
take
you don't need to share with the class.
Fold it up, put it in your pocket, and save it for later. don't share, right? It's
I'm just saying, like you don't. Not everything needs to be a group activity.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, there was that, like, where I just, you know, I could see like the glances of like people like making eye contact and then like, you know, pointing their eyes to the right, being like, look over there, like, check it out. Like, and I'm just like, oh, God, I just have no interest. So it's like such a hard situation for me to be in personally. I'm just like, like, yeah, I don't know. And it happened twice while we were at Top Golf with different women. Like once while we were just sitting around doing our Top Golf thing, and once like as we were on our way out. I was just like, God damn it! Like, why?
I think the weirdest part about that type of situation is definitely like okay. So you see an attractive lady and you're like, wow, she's very attractive and I like the features that I'm seeing right now. Fine, cool, whatever. There's no stopping that. but when you're like, you know what I want in this moment? I want to share this fantasy with my boy.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of that. So Good job, fellas. Yeah, I don't know. I'll never get used to it.
And you don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, like when Jeanette and I are out and we see like a girl or something who has like a cute hairstyle or like a cool like dye job or like wearing cool clothes or something.
Yeah.
Like we'll point it out to each other, but it's a lot less objectifying to be like, whoa, like her dress is so cute. That's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
To be like that rather than oh, look at that ass. There's an ass over there. She's wearing yoga pants. Check out the yoga pants.
What's she doing wearing yoga pants at Topgolf? This isn't yoga golf. This is she's clearly doing it for attention. And I'm gonna give it to her.
Oh,
Except
God.
secretly for the shadows with my brother.
it's So anyway, Stray Kids released some songs recently. We have 3 new songs we get to listen to. Stray Kids, you know what? Looking respectfully, right? You know what I mean? They would be.
Yeah.
They would be.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So we've got I don't want to project, but if anyone was going to be the loud oogler hitting everyone with their elbow, it's Han. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Is oogling a thing? Like I've been saying this word recently because it's come up because of that, and now I've said it a few times over the last like 2 days, and I'm like, oogling?
I think it's
Ogle?
I think it's ogle, right?
Ogle?
Isn't it ogle?
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 I now
ogle I don't think is a thing. I'm pretty sure it's ogle. Like well, I mean you can hear me saying it like ogle. Not oogle.
Jeanette says it's ogle. She just poked her head and she says it's ogle, not oogle. I don't know. I think
I was writing. It's funny that you mentioned that because I was writing that out like just a couple of days ago for some. I don't even remember the context, but I was writing it out and I was like, oogling? Like I feel like I've heard oogling, but oogling is a thing, is it not? And then, but no, I was like, no, it's ogle. You ogle, or do you oogle, or can you do both?
Hold on. We've got the answer.
Ogle.
It's ogle.
Yeah.
There you go.
I googled it. According to Wikipedia, oogle is a misspelling
Oogle?
of ogle.
Well, I don't want to be the you Googleizer giving the you googly. It's a classic reference for you.
It also says that oogle is a noun that means a hobo or transient who is homeless by choice rather than necessity.
That sounds like a dog whistle. Yeah, they're homeless by choice. They like being homeless. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, ogle. All right. I'm glad that because I've said it out loud. In my brain, I think I always go oogle, and now I've said it out loud, and every time I say it out loud, it hits my ears, and I'm like, no, it sounds wrong. So I'm glad we've all learned and grown together today. Yeah. And speaking of learning about things, we're going to learn about the Lino cover of Love Me or Leave Me by Day 6.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have 3 new songs to listen to. This could be good. I'm excited to check these out. These are there's a cover and then 2 SKZ Records. So, or records, depending on who you are. Since we're discussing pronunciations. Yeah, but I want to check out this. I listened to 2 of these. and I don't know how you're gonna feel about any of them. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll give this one a listen.
I feel like
Love Me.
I've heard. I don't know. Maybe. Oh,
You've heard
you know,
Day 6 before.
I've probably listened to this by Day 6. Love Me or Leave Me.
Yeah. You've heard Day 6 before, so
It
wouldn't
sounds
surprise me.
very familiar. So I don't know.
Well, we're gonna find out what it sounds like right now.
Sure.
How about that?
Let's do it.
Lino.
Do you even love me now? 숨을 죽이고 너의 대답을 기다릴게. 더는 너에게 넘긴 채로 만약 아니라 하더라도 말해줘. Baby, love me or leave me tonight.
All right. That was the Love Me or Leave Me cover by Lino. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah, that was really good. And
Good.
And yeah. When as soon as the song started, I was like, I recognize this like too well, right? Too well for this to
Right.
be like
Yeah,
coincidental.
yeah.
So I went to Spotify and searched Day 6, and I according to Spotify, I have liked 2 songs from Day 6. The first one was Stop, and then the second one was Love Me or Leave Me. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. It's good. It's a bop, I think. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
Yeah.
it seems like a bop.
Yeah. It fits the bop criteria.
I was bopping,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I think Lino did great. He
yeah.
sang so well, and he did the whole song. I mean, like normally, the K-pop song, like you tend to not cover the entire thing because you have a lot of different voices and stuff. So
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
it's always impressive. I mean, even when we've been watching Neezy Project, like they've been doing that where they cover, they'll have like one person do the whole song. At least when they did the vocal challenge, it was pretty cool. I don't know. Takes a lot of skill, a lot of practice. Proud of Lino.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. You know. We know. Lino.
Lino. Yeah, we do. But he wasn't the only one who released a new song on the YouTubes while the Stray Kids have been on vacation and doing various things, I should say. And like for example, Hyunjin did a big event where he was crowned by Donatella Versace as the Prince of Versace. And he looked great. He looked awesome. And then Felix went and walked a runway for a fashion show, and he looked incredible. I mean, incredible. Like it's kind of shocking to like, because like they go to these like fashion shows and events and stuff, and they're usually there to like they're usually there to just like observe and like be there and be at the party and like talk to like various brands and stuff and like all like that kind of stuff, right? Like that's like a thing that happens when K-pop stars go to various places. But it's weird. I felt like it was weird to have them actually walk the runway, and then they killed it. Like he killed it. Like Felix he came busting out down the runway and looked amazing. I mean, he really did a great job. So,
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there that our man was good. Yeah, somebody I believe there was a non-scandal. I'm just so tired. I went on Twitter for a little bit today just because I was bored, and then I immediately had to like go away because I saw an article. They basically said that like quote unquote fans were mad and yelling at JYP because Hyunjin did not have a stylist from JYP with him at the Versace thing. And meanwhile, in a live that Hyunjin did, he said, yeah, they didn't have, we didn't bring a stylist with us because they did all the styling for us. So like he flat out explained what went on is that like Versace arranged everything so JYP didn't have to. And so so it's not JYP's fault that they didn't provide a stylist, and he still had a stylist. So like, I don't see what the problem is. And so if you have the artist going out and saying like, yeah, JYP didn't send these people because they didn't need to be here. And so what's the problem? Like, I just don't get it. So it's just, yeah.
So maybe, okay, look, I'm going to be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether Versace provided a stylist or not, stop caring about shit, you fucking weirdos. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
It's, that's what you're worried about right now? Really?
Right.
Like,
no, 100%.
You got nothing else going on in your life that's what you were fucking up in arms about. Is Hyunjin not having a JYP provided stylist? Like, I'm not saying that I'm some crazy super activist or anything. I mean, I'm doing nothing for anything. So like, I'm not saying like I'm a saint or anything, but at least I don't spend my time worrying about stupid shit like that. All right. If you want to get up in arms about something and like actually go out in the world and make a difference, trust me, fucking open Google and you'll find something that actually matters that you can spend that effort on.
Yeah.
So, if you feel alienated by this, good.
Good. Feel alienated. Yeah. I mean, just, really just take a second and take a step back, take a deep breath and just say, hey, like, could you fucking not? Yeah. I mean, it's just that easy. Just
the next time
don't.
you care about something that has literally no impact on your life, stop for a second and go, why do I care?
Yeah, there's another scandal going around in K-pop right now. This is like the stuff that we've talked about over and over that we're just like, why does anybody give a shit about this? A member of I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, aespa, I think it's aespa, has a dating scandal. They have a boyfriend, and who gives a shit, but apparently people were really mad and like they sent billboards to their company. It's not JYP, but they sent billboards to that company, saying with sayings of things like, is our love not enough for you? And shit like this. And I'm just like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, yeah, probably not international fans. Like, this is not the kind of... These scandals are, like, non-issues for international fans, generally. I don't get it. It's just... Yeah. It's just weird. I just... It's so weird that this has gone on, and it's, like, still happening, I thought that maybe we were far enough along, maybe in this generation, in the world, that we would be moving past like, oh, a K-pop idol is dating someone, good. I hope they're happy. Like, what? How is that not the instant reaction? And so this artist has had to write an apology to their fans, and I'm like, fucking why? Why? Why did she need to apologize? She did nothing wrong. I don't get it. So anyway.
Yeah.
And then like I definitely saw people in the same breath, and I don't know who who her boyfriend is, but I saw somebody who was like talking about the fact that this scandal exists, who obviously doesn't agree with the fact that this scandal should exist, but was like, her boyfriend's really hot though. I'm like, yes, that should be the right answer. Just be like, oh, good for her. Like, could you please? Like, I don't know. It's just, It's ridiculous. K-pop can be so weird this way. And I know it's not just K-pop. Like this happens in Japan too, but it's weird. And I really I honestly I shouldn't really put it all on Korea because like even like like the 90s boy band craze, like they weren't allowed to be seen dating either. Like they had these kind of restrictions as well for like similar reasons that like their fan bases need to be allowed to be delusional, And it's like you need to give that up. Like you can have some fun feeling delusional in a moment, but like you can't let it last long enough that you're pulling out your fucking checkbook to send billboards to a company. Like, have Chan ask you to go for a drive and wink at you and go, ho, 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 this is my pick-me moment, and then move on with your life. You know what I mean? It's okay to have a little delusion. Let it go. It's fine. Let it go. No, you don't agree. No delusion allowed. No delusion allowed. No fun. Have some delusion as a treat for not being a shithead.
I think as long as you know that the delusion is a delusion, then it's fine.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like when I joke about like having Christopher on speed dial. Like I text him all the time. Like everyone knows that I'm joking. I know that I'm joking.
Christopher doesn't.
He knows.
He's waiting. He's waiting for the message.
He knows.
He waits every day.
If he were ever to hear me talking about this, he knows that I'm joking. Like. He's
sitting by the phone, just waiting for you to call.
That's the acceptable level of Delulu. Anything past that, where you're like, no, I believe in this. Hey, so look, I don't mean to be a party pooper or anything, but can we move on? Can we not make our content about people doing things that I think they shouldn't be doing in the first place? And let's just talk about how great our boys are.
Yeah, let's do it. And speaking of our boys being great, Bangchan put out a song called Eternity.
Ooh.
And we're going to listen to it right now.
Let's hear it.
I'm never letting go. Let's go on a little walk, see the world outside. Don't wanna let you go. The way that you give me your hands, I'll fly.
All right, that's Eternity. What'd you think, Tom?
Well, okay, since we watched the music video or the video, I have a strong feeling that it's, about his dog.
Right.
But without that context, I think what I said in chat pretty much sums it up perfectly, in my opinion, which is 2007 MySpace era emo SoundCloud song.
Yeah.
If it were about a person.
Yeah, if it was about a person and not a pet.
That's how it comes off to me.
There's a part in it because I was like, yeah, this is about his dog. It's very sweet. And I was paying attention to the lyrics a little more. He says, like, I call out your name, you do the same. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Well,
Hold on. Pump the brakes here.
Well, okay. Like, I know you're a cat person, but as a dog owner, like, there's like a bark. There's a special bark that's like,
okay.
They're calling for me. I know that's what that is, right? That bark is, hey, you. I don't know your actual name, but you know who I'm talking to. Pay attention to
right.
me,
Yeah. This is a song about his dog, and Drive is a song about driving. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I like Bangchan is on record saying that like he writes his lyrics so that they can be interpreted multiple ways. So regardless of whether the fact that he was thinking about his little pup Betty Gummy One, whether or not he was thinking of his dog or not, he always was going to write the lyrics in a way that they could be interpreted by someone in a different way that would like, speak to them in a way. So he does it on purpose. Like, it's not weird. It's not weird that there might be a line in there, or the way it's written, you could just take the dog out of the equation and be like, oh, if that's a person, it works. Like, that's how he writes music. He said it over and over again. So I'm not surprised. Yeah.
You know, okay, here's another thing that I wanted to mention. This has nothing to do with the song, though, is that I don't know what goes into this, but Bang Chan does a really good job of like looking tall. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Yeah. Because he's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Like in these videos, I'm like, oh man, he's like, I don't know. He looks tall, but he ain't.
Yeah. Yeah. I let me show you. There's a couple of parts in this music video that have gotten some special attention from fans. Well, one part in particular has gotten this part right here is Bang Chan in front of the pride flag in the background there, and then he does a little smirk, which the smirk may be my favorite part of the music video. Let's see the smirk. Ready? As it did you see it? He goes his little smirk. But there's also right after that, I haven't heard anybody talking about this. Check the address on this building, Tom. Tell me what it says.
but it's reverse. It could possibly mean that.
Oh, they reversed that on purpose, 100%.
For the listener,
as somebody who,
for the listener, it is in giant lighted letters or numbers, I guess. Numbers,
numbers.
Lettering. The numbers 420.
So I look, if people are going to love that Chan was like, hey, like, look, I'm putting this big pride flag in the background of his music video and smirking at the camera. I'm sorry, if we take that, we take this. I'm just saying. If we take one, you take the other.
Yeah, no. Also, when I said 420, I was about to say it in Spanish, but I realized that I don't know how to say zero in Spanish. Is it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's probably really easy and stupid. Like stupid that I don't know. Not that the word is stupid. Anyway, 420 y'all.
Yeah. Merry 420. I don't know. What am I saying? Anyway, happy. Anyway, Han also, the prolific SKZ record holder, as it would be, created one and released it. Before we listen to this, you've listened to a lot of Han songs. What kind of tone are you expecting from this song by Han? I'm just curious ahead of time, knowing how he writes songs. I'm just, it's a very stay thing to be able to predict this.
It's been a minute since we've done like actual Stray Kids related content, I want to say. So like I gotta get my mind right about Han's like very emotional with his music. So I don't know. I guess is that the answer that you want? I'm expecting Sad Boy.
Sad Boy Han.
Sad Boy Han. Yeah.
We're gonna find out. All right, that was 13 by Han. What'd you think? Sad Boy?
Yeah,
Sad Boy
it
lyrics,
kind of
at
seemed
least.
a little Sad Boy.
I mean, that's just how he do.
Yeah. I wonder though, what is the context?
You never know with this man, because he takes inspiration from anything, and like all K-pop idols,
what?
But him in particular, like he has a tendency to just be like, "Hey, I just watch a drama, and yeah, that's what I'm about. I've never had a relationship. I was right. I was writing
so
about a drama.
I'm sitting here looking at like the giant fucking 13 on the screen,
Right.
and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, so it's called 13. Maybe this is like maybe that's like a clue for if it's about a person, right? Like he's saying like
Mhm.
when he was 13, this song is about some person
Yeah, like
when
young
he was
love,
13.
like
Yeah.
a young
love
relationship
when he was
that- yeah.
13. But what
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a specific person and that person will know because it's titled 13?
Mm, yeah,
Could be.
maybe, could be, probably not. I don't think Han has known anyone. I mean, when he was 13, he was in Malaysia and said he was like very quiet, so and didn't really talk to people. So
That doesn't mean that he didn't meet a nice girl.
that's true. That's true. That's a good point. Maybe he did. Maybe he did in the other universe.
True.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's him from the 13th universe.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
possible.
But apparently it is actually from something else that he watched in a show. So,
Sure.
yeah, somebody just linked it in chat that he said it on a live. Now, that's if we trust him. Do we trust him?
Do we trust him?
I mean, we don't really have we don't really have a choice. But I'm just saying, our idea could be right. Your idea could be right. My idea probably wrong. What you think? I think it was kind of like I was thinking like, is this a bop or a ballad? And then I was like, I think it's actually like a traditional rock ballad. Like it is, right? I don't.
Yeah, it's ballad.
It's a ballad, but not like a slow, sad song. Like it was very, I don't know how to describe it, but it was good. I liked it. Good job, Han. Proud of you.
Okay, there's a question in chat.
Okay.
Does anyone have emotional memories about their crushes as kids/teens? Followed by, I don't. They're not romantic at all to me, just silly. And I agree. Yeah, if I think about my exes when I was like a wee lad, or not exes, but I guess exes and crushes. I have, there's no like
Yeah, it just makes
romantic,
me cringe.
There's no romantic sentiment there. It's all like, oh, I was so cringe.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. God. Who as a Ute was like just free of adolescent quirks, Has there been a person like that? I doubt it.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, the advantage is that we grew up where that wasn't documented on the internet, so
Right.
works out. There was anonymity, so Did I have a cringe live journal? Yes, of course I did.
Yeah.
Was it anonymous and did it get annihilated because I never updated it? Yes, they removed it. It's gone. Doesn't exist. Can't find it. Good. I don't want to find it either. So
Yeah. Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, I was I was looking around recently. I say recently, like within the past few weeks, for any past writing that I've done to see if I could find any like cringe shit that I've put down somewhere, but I wasn't able to find anything. I think it's all been purged. But I did recently write. Well, I say write. I guess I wrote a little bit because I wrote like a paragraph in Discord the other day. I wrote a fanfic and it's gay.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know?
Wow.
Do you know Willie from Stardew Valley?
Yeah, of course.
So I created a fantasy of him with a boyfriend. Accidentally. It wasn't like I didn't plan this out. I just started saying words and then it ended up being it ended up being a gay fanfic about Willie and his boyfriend Ray, who lives on Ginger Island.
Okay. Well, sure. I mean, Willie deserves love too.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing that I wrote about, right, is that like cuz I was like, okay, if I were to actually like flesh this out, right? I need to go read about Willie like on the Stardew wiki, like get
like
his
his
actual
history and
backstory.
everything.
Yeah, what's his history? Yeah. And so he is from the it says in his wiki that he is from the fucking whatever archipelago that Ginger Island is a part of. So the fantasy that I created of him having a boyfriend named Ray on Ginger Island is plausible based on his existing backstory.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
AO3, watch out. He's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wow. It's canon.
Yeah.
Eric Barone, get in on this. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna.
I'll give you the 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So, okay. Yeah. Sure. I said that I wasn't going to, if I wrote anything about it, I wasn't going to send it to him. But I guess since it's recorded now, someone can send.
Now you have to.
Yeah. Someone can send Eric Barone the clip of this, and he can be like, "Oh yes, it will happen now."
Yeah.
It'll just be one more thing that I have manifested into existence on accident.
It'll be fun. Shall we I'm pulling this up here. Yeah. Add to playlist. Let's watch the Felix Runway debut at the Louis Vuitton show.
Okay.
A few moments later.
Okay. All right.
We can stop watching this
We gotta
now.
stop. Okay. All right. None of those were as good a quality as the one I saw, and it's okay. It's all good. I when I first saw it, I was just like blown away. I was like, oh my God. I saw it on TikTok and I was just like, fuck, what the shit?
So what am I missing? Like, what am I supposed to be experiencing?
Look, the thing is that all of these videos, almost all of them, I should say, are taken from people who are on the sidelines, and so they don't get like the head-on image. But anyway, he just did a suit. We didn't know he was walking, and he was modeling, and he did his whole like fucking full-on Zoolander straight-laced, like tight face walk, and his makeup was on point, and like lighting was good. I just thought he was great. So that's all I'm saying.
I guess I just don't get it. Like, cool, good for Felix, but like, I don't know. There's nothing there for me.
All right, well,
sorry.
It's fine. If you want to see something weirder,
it just like he just looks miserable, in my opinion. He looks bored. And maybe that's the way that he's supposed to look. I mean, I guess that's
he's definitely supposed to look.
That's the expectation for runway walkers. He looks, it's fashion face, which like is dumb.
Yeah.
It just, especially when they're playing like the weird. I guess it was the music that was actually playing it, or it was some weird.
I don't know. I think somebody else tried to like.
It was like this real quiet, like. I don't know. It just looks weird, and they're just like
no, agreed. Like when I saw
walking through people in a warehouse, and it's weird. So I just,
when I saw it originally, it was an edit on TikTok, and so like it was just like a different song playing, and and they had like a really good quality video of him walking, and it was like from above and like kind of right in the front, so he's like walking right towards the camera. And it just like, it was stunning looking, like he was so like shining. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing. Like so cool that he got to walk and he looked good. And they picked whoever edited the TikTok, like had a really good soundtrack for it. And it was great. So I was just like, oh, good. All right. But yeah, I don't think I actually heard the original audio, and hearing that song, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Like my perception of how it went is far different from when we saw a couple of those that were just like quiet, and I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I loved it. I don't know. I think it was great. So good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could find the video of Hyunjin being crowned the crown prince of Versace. Mostly because I thought it was pretty cringe.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, but I at the same time, I just do you want to see this?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think you want to see it. I'm gonna not show you that one. Suffice to say, Donatella Versace had a crown and put it on Hyunjin's head. Hyunjin looked great. He looked wonderful. He looked awesome. But the whole like thing of her being like, now you're the crown prince of Versace. You are the oh no, she says, now you are the Versace prince, and she puts a crown on his head, and they both are like looking in the camera and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, this isn't for you. This is I mean, I'm glad that like these members who are very interested in fashion are being able to do something related to it, and so good for them. But it's not for me. It's certainly not for you. The other thing that really blew me away that happened kind of during this downtime before they start like performing shows and doing the fan meet is IN went to a fashion show, and that dude, he had a fit. I mean, it was like mostly, black, but like his clothes were like black, but goddamn, he looked good. The pictures of that looked good. I don't know if anybody has a link to those, but Jesus, like IN looked good too. So IN is pretty well known for doing the outfit of the day pictures. He like puts up pictures like every day. He's like the reason Stray Kids had an Instagram for a while there is just like he posted every day, just whatever outfit. He was totally into it. And so cool. But now he's actually got to go to like a fashion show, and he was dressed up for it, and he looked great. Proud of the little man. And by little man, I mean, he's not so little anymore, and he's an adult, and that's weird. That's true for all these boys. I don't know.
He's a little guy. He's a little man.
He's a little guy. They're all little guys. I mean, yeah, they're all a bunch of little guys, but yeah, pretty wild. And if you want to be a little guy, you got to go to makeastay.com, and you can join our Discord, and you can support us on Patreon, do all the things that you do, go to makeastay.com. Check us out. You made it all the way this far. You might as well, right?
Right.
Right?
Obviously.
Get over here.
Go.
What are you doing?
Do it.
Do it.
Makeastay.com.
And to the people who don't like it,
I pushed the wrong button.
mad, bro? You mad?
But I mean, kind of.
Yeah, it
accurate.
kind of works. And with that, there we go. The right button. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.